So in front of you, you have your writer's notebooks. All I want you to do is write down these two things. You need to remember what a hook is, and that is the first sentence that grabs the reader's attention. Okay, and remember, we are the only people who are reading this. So if your topic is a little intense, that is okay. Okay, we are the only ones who are reading this. Remember, this can be a quote, this can be a question, this can be setting the scene. It could be just a fun, interesting fact. It could be something that makes you want to keep reading, like maybe it'll hint at a love story or whatever. Okay, so your hook is going to be the first sentence that grabs the reader's attention. And then when you're writing your narrative, it's just like a regular thesis, but a narrative thesis is the last sentence of your intro. Last sentence of your intro that includes the topic, okay? So like in my sample that I had, you're going to kind of say what your narrative is going to be about, and then you're going to have to backtrack a little bit, okay? So your intro is going to have your hook, kind of give a little bit of set the scene, and then a narrative thesis, and then you're going to backtrack a little bit, okay? All right, so now I'm going to show you how to write an intro paragraph for your narrative, okay? Your narrative is going to have a hook, you're going to set the scene a little bit, and then you're going to have a thesis, and then like I said, when it's time to start going, you're going to backtrack a little bit to set the scene. So I will start off with a hook, and I'm going to just probably start with an interesting fact that's going to make my reader want to keep reading. So I will say, I was the type of socially awkward teenager that movies are stereotyped in movies. Okay, that is stereotyped in movies. Okay, so now you want to keep reading because you're like, well, explain what this means, right? But I hooked my reader. I'm going to give a little bit of backtrack. Okay, I was in 7th grade, and the year, please don't make fun of me, was 2000. I know you weren't born. You shush. You shush, students. You shush. I was in 7th grade and the year was 2000. Okay. It was lunchtime. Ooh, it was lunchtime. No, I don't want to say that. Well, kind of. Okay. This is Mrs. Kane just winging it, as you can tell. I was a boy crazy brace face with pimples and glasses. Who I was. I was a boy crazy brace face with pimples and glasses who was leaving her science class before lunch. When my crush called my name as class was letting out, I wasn't aware that I would be literally falling for him moments later. See what I did there? Because I fell. So I don't necessarily give away everything, but this right here is my topic. I fell for him because I fell down the stairs. Okay. You don't want to give everything away because when the climax comes would be when I tumbled down the entire flight of stairs in front of him. That would be the climax, right? So that right here, that is my narrative thesis. Okay. Now, well, the whole thing's my narrative thesis, but that's my topic. Okay. So now what I would do is I'm going to backtrack. Okay. And I would say, that day in 7th grade science, we had been dissecting owl pellets. Okay. I remember it. You guys have done that. We had been dissecting owl pellets. Okay. So perhaps before I get into it, I can use some of my sensory details there and describe what the owl pellets were like, the tiny little bones that you find in these little things, and describe it. Then I'm going to continue to go on my plot diagram. And as I go on my plot diagram, I'm going to build up to the fact that, I had butterflies in my stomach. He was talking to me. I don't remember what we talked about, but I was so excited. He's talking to me. Life is so good. Oh my goodness. And the falling would be the climax. And then after that, after the climax of falling down the stairs, The falling action would be, are you okay? Me saying no, him still walking away. And then the resolution there would be, I will never forget how I felt the day that he deserted me. The life lesson that I learned is that sometimes it's important to choose your friends and relationships wisely, because obviously if someone's going to ignore you when you tumble down the stairs, it's not worth it. So this here is my intro. So right now, you guys on Schoology, there's a blank doc. Your goal is to get your intro done and start telling your story. Okay, it is Tuesday. This is due on Friday. Okay, all right.